Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And I want to talk about auto center punches. These guys right here, there's a little spring-loaded mechanism that fires this sharp tip into your workpiece, allowing you to quickly make a mark. Or in soft materials, you can literally penetrate it if you need to. I've got three here, 2 blue points and then 2 generals. So I guess these two are identical, so there are 3 different styles, 4 total. The center punch, or is kind of like an awl, and awls have probably been around since, we first started sharpening bones, maybe, or sticks. A lot of times we might use a pencil or some sort of a physical mark that leaves material rather than trying to literally put some damage into the material so it has a permanent mark. But I love these things, in particular this one right here. And I said these 2 are blue points. One of these I bought new off the truck, probably this one a long time ago, back when I think I get paid like 16 bucks for it. I just looked and these are like $33, which shocked me. The generals run around 19 and 17 actually for this thicker one, but I think this is a far superior one. You can see the only place it seems branded is at Blue Point here, and you can see YA900. I think they're the same number. There's probably a bunch of years that separate them, yeah. But anyway, let's take a look at what they do. In general, like a lot of punches or even scribes, is as you press the back of the mechanism into the workpiece, it loads a spring, but there's kind of this unstable alignment of things until a certain point, and then there's another spring. There's a spring down here, and then there's another spring up here, and when they align, then basically a rod shoots into another piece of metal that has the upper spring, moving down, and then that hits another layer, and then it causes the shock to go to the end. Close enough, but anyway, that's what's going on inside. These are also getting pretty trendy as something to carry in your vehicle, because generally you can just quickly go up to a window or something, and then so you can see it, and then just shove that into a car window and shatter it. I have not tried it, but I've heard it works. Anyway, let's take a look at how these perform across a few materials. Now, they're great in things like wood, because it's very easy, to line something up. If I needed to get a hole here, I can just line it up, zap it, there's my mark. In fact, that's probably in this softer wood enough to get a drill started. Not that you really need a lot of help here, but it'll keep the tip from wandering. But let's compare these. So here's the Blue Point. So I'm going to tap it right there. Notice it stays in. That's another measurement of quality with this one. Here's the small general. I'll do it to the left of that. That one's a little harder, a little more crunchy inside. Notice it didn't stand up. Put a lot of pressure on that. And then here is the larger general. You can see, let me show you the tips so you can see how they compare. The larger general. I actually had the larger Blue Point. I don't know if they still make it, but they made a bigger one, and I got it and it stopped working. It jammed up. So that might be how I got that second one there. So anyway, that looks like a knot. I'm going to move over here. This one again, very hard to push. Now if we look close, you can see this one made a bigger hole, and then finer hole, a little bit different. The depth of this one of the Blue Point is probably the greatest. Let's try it on some other materials. Here is just some aluminum flashing. So here is the Blue Point. See, did that penetrate it? Almost, maybe. I don't see light through there. Yep, there's a little bit of light through there. Let's try the small general. And I'll do the large general while I'm here. Okay, what do we got? So when I close it up, nope, kind of hard to see. Only the large, or only the Blue Point made it all the way through this. I don't see any light getting through. Here's the reverse. You can see So just this Blue Point is a lot easier to use. I can do it 2 fingers. It goes in tighter. This one, hard to do. And then this one, I can't keep my grip on it. I've got to go to the top in order to do it. So there's something about the Blue Point that makes it a lot better there. Let's even take up a notch. I've got a metal washer here. So here is the Blue Point. Doing it right down here. Here is the big General. I'll do it at the top, and then I'll do the small General right here. So as we look, kind of similar. That one's a little bit bigger, but definitely all 3 made a nice dent here. Now I did say that correct. The smaller General is a couple bucks more than the bigger General. I don't know, there is a kind of an adjustment on the back. I've played around with it. I can't get much of a difference. Maybe if you were doing fiberglass or Formica or something, you want to back it way off, but this one cost a little bit less. Let's move up to stainless steel. What do I got here? Here's a shelf bracket, stainless steel, or a corner bracket. So we'll start with the Blue Point. I'll do it right here, up near this this top hole. Actually, I'll do it near the bottom hole because it'll be easier to place in the camera. And then I'll do the smaller General, or the tinier, and now the bigger General. So let's take a close look there. Looks like the big General obviously made the best mark into it, and then followed by the smaller General, and in this case the Blue Point. Now what might be going on, again, if you look at those tips, the Blue Point here, let's see, how close will this focus here? The Blue Point's tip might be a little bit different. Might also be worn because that's the one I always grab. So it might be narrower, but maybe as deep. In other words, it's concentrated because it's more of a pinpoint. This one widens just a little bit faster than the Blue Point does, you can see. So that's probably the difference we're seeing there. But it's very easy. I can take the Blue Point, you know, real easy, just literally 2 fingers, 2 left fingers, 3, and I can mark stainless steel. So that's pretty sweet. If you haven't used one, you really should. And if you have, then you know all this, and you're like, duh, everybody should have one. I do have caps for my Blue Points. They did come that way, but you can also get electrical or bolt covers to protect them. Also, you can poke yourself. But I'm always grabbing these. If I'm building out, you know, a quick bag of tools for general projects, there is definitely one of these inside it, because they're just that handy. And actually, I've had some suggestions where people are asking what are, you know, just basic toolkit. So I may put together my kind of my go bag if I'm headed to someone's house to work on something. Anyway, there they are. The auto, all right, yeah, I guess they're called auto center punches. And with that, Doc out.